Hit it and see if it starts up. Oh yeah, look at there, starting up. Not a problem. All right, let's see here if we can change gears. Is it this way? There we go. So one thing I'm paying attention to is the amount of gap that I have as I come around. Right now I got a good, I don't know, 1/4 inch gap. Yeah, I'd say it's a good 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch maybe gap between my calf and the bottle cage. So where it becomes a problem is if it starts touching again. So if I start seeing that gap close, or my calf starts tapping it every time it comes around like that one time, then I know I got to back off or stop, because circulation is just not functioning like it's supposed to. Let's see, I think I banned a bunch of bots last night, so hopefully shouldn't have a lot of them in here this morning. Yeah, it looks like I just got another one. Now it feels good to be back on the bike. As I've said many times already, I think I could have gotten on, a couple of weeks ago. I was just really waiting for it to be official, where the doctor signs off on it and actually feels good about what's going on. But as we discovered, though, there's no improvement whatsoever on the condition of blood clot size or anything. So the doctor didn't want to keep limiting me, and just kind of put it out there as let's just see, just put it out there as look, let's get you back on and do what you can, and try to figure out my limitations. So it's kind of what we're doing today before we actually start getting outside. Yeah. I'm on, Miss Monk. I'm very... it's definitely weird. I mean, geez, man, I already knew this was going to happen, where the saddle was just going to be uncomfortable as hell. And I'm just very closely watching the distance between my calf muscle and the water bottle cage on the bike. So I got a pretty good gap right now, like 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, 3/8 inch, somewhere in there. So if my calf starts sweeping it, tapping it every time it goes around, then I know I've got a problem. The weird cock numbing when I sit on the bike more than about 15, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Right now I'm just feeling uncomfortable in general. Like, I mean, this is a seat that I use on every bike, and it's sort of the known comfortable saddle for me, and it just, it's uncomfortable right now. Yeah, I'm excited to be back. I think just because it feels official, like I said, I think I could have gotten on a couple of weeks ago, but I really wanted to hear what the doctor said after the visit. And if you haven't already seen my videos I posted, pretty much there's no change in the blood clot. Zero. It's the same. It's the same size. I have the same amount of blockage. And so right now what he thinks is that some of the other veins are adapting and like trying to open up to allow the blood flow. This is why I'm not feeling the discomfort that I should be feeling or could be feeling right now. So at this point in time, it's we got to wait another three months to see if there are any changes or improvement. You know, and as much as I was disappointed yesterday and had high expectations that, hey, maybe they'll tell me that I would have been happy if they would have told me it was 5% dissolved, 1%. It's not the case. But I knew going into it that you know, they said even from, you know, a while ago that that it could be up to a year. No, the blood thinners, and I already knew this here because the way he explained it, and he double explained it, the blood thinners are not like Drano or pipe cleaners. It's not their purpose. Their purpose is to thin the blood so that more clot does not develop. That's all they do. There's nothing they can put in you that dissolves the blood clot other than going in surgically and putting in, you know, the stent and trying to remove it, you know, which we had that discussion yesterday, and what it comes down to is I'm not an ideal candidate for that removal process because my clot doesn't come far up enough up into the hip. So that's why surgical removal, it's not big enough. Yeah, well, it's not so much not that it's not big enough, it's that it's not in critical locations is the issue. So since like my clot stops pretty much at the crease of the hip, and so if it had gone further up the hip, then there's potential for a lot more problems, and then they would recommend going in and pulling that out. So we'll see what that looks like on the next 3 months, because one of the things that is concerning that was mentioned, it's not here yet, but one of the things that was mentioned is that it's fully possible that a clot could just fully scar over and it's just plugged. So if we get to that point and it just doesn't seem to be going away and it's just pretty much solidifying, then I will more than likely pursue possibly removing it. But there's the potential that you do that and the vein walls are already damaged, and therefore you don't get any benefit from it. Oh, you know what? Look, there was so much going on in that office, I forgot to ask about that. I completely forgot about it, but I guess we kind of somewhat talked about that, but not specifically in that terms. Because when we talked about that the blood clot could just solidify and damage the vein walls and it's permanent, I think that's the same thing, right? My right leg vein healed over about a year. Okay. A year, yeah, it's just hard for me to, hold on y'all, I gotta put some butt cream on right now because holy mackerel, it's been so damn long since I've ridden. There we go. Okay. All right, put cream on. I think that time frame is just still hard for me to process mentally right now. So it's possible for it to take longer or possibly never heal. Yeah, that was definitely discussed. So I am, as much as I don't want to hear that, and I want to block it out and say, hey, we're not going there. Part of my processing is accepting these different outcomes. So the length of time, length of time for healing, and the possibility of more permanent damage. Yeah, I know. I appreciate your expertise. Well, let's hope that's the case, Monk. you know, I don't know, you know, because the other thing is, since I cycle a lot, oh, there's hot air balloons right at my backyard again. Since I cycle a lot, I also have the potential to cause more problems because as a cyclist, I'm sending massive amounts of blood flow down, which I have no problem. It's nothing can really return. That's the problem. Like every single time. Okay. Yeah, and that's why I want to, you know, get on the bike and kind of, you know, get things going, test it out, find out. The way the doctor stated is, we need to, so rather than telling me no, I can't, he said, let's get you on. Oh, rat. You're such a stud with your 1.2 fiber internet. So the way the doctor couched it is, let's, instead of limiting you and say you can't, let's get you back to where you want to be and find out what your limits are. So that's what I need to kind of experiment and play with over the next few months, Monk, is just get in here, push myself, find my limits. You know, I don't think I'll be doing any racing anytime soon. I'll probably try one, again, just to kind of get an idea of what's going on with me functionally, you know, like what the limits are. What about after you're cycling, you have a bath and put your feet up, race? Well, I think, you know, that stuff will work. I'll definitely use my ice legs, my wraps that I keep in the freezer. But what's going to be probably more crucial is probably wearing compression socks while riding, and even post-ride is going to be another thing I'm going to be doing a lot of. So even though these ones here that I have on now, they're not really compression socks. They're compression by Amazon standards, but they're not medically graded compression socks. Yeah, options are open, and it's just going to be a matter of like exercising caution. You know, like I said, like right now I'm closely paying attention to, I don't know if you remember this here, but like it was 4 or 5 months ago, back when I was still on the bike and training for nationals. But there was one ride where well, it was actually a race, and my calves swelled up so much that every time I was coming around, it would just tap the water bottle cage on the bike. And so right now I'm paying attention to that space to see if it closes, just to give me an indication of any kind of swelling I got going on right there. So we're making headway, you know. It feels good to get in here and hopefully I still don't understand why the month of March, when I was on the rower every day for almost an hour, why I didn't really lose any weight. But hopefully getting back to this, like a true cardio, I can take off some of this weight that I put on over the last few months. You know, I don't want to lose all of it, like I said, because I know 10 pounds of it at least is muscle. But the other 7, 8, 10 pounds, I would definitely like to shed off. Training hard. I've just been pumping the weights hard, man. I'm like, I didn't even care about like, so when I was trashing my chest, my buys, my back, I wasn't even allowing time for recovery. I was just like trashing it, you know, just creating, what is it called? Hypertrophy? Just staying in a constant state of hypertrophy with little to no recovery. But it paid off. I mean, shit, look, my arms are huge, chest, back. It definitely did the job. It's bad for hypertrophy, but if you're worried about recovery, cold therapy helps a lot. Muscle growth is limited, so if you do bodybuilders, don't do cold therapy. If you like working out a lot and you're worried about injuries, cold therapy can help it. Okay. I'm gonna eventually add it onto here. I need another one. I don't want to miss the turn. Did I already miss the turn? Oh, come on. There we go. I feel like I should be outside riding, but this here is kind of helping with a sort of a controlled environment, you know. Been watching a lot of, I watch that guy too on YouTube. Yeah, I like how he talks about the, I think one of the biggest things I've learned from him, is the full stretching of the muscle, which, so like over those months where I was doing all the weightlifting, I was definitely like on the bench. So like one thing he talks about is like where your bar lands on the chest. So if you're coming above right here, you're not able to get as much stretch through here. So you want the bar to come a little lower so you can really stretch open those chest muscles. So yeah, I picked up a lot of tips from him. It's good stuff. And like, especially when he's where I really learned a lot is where he's critiquing somebody else's workouts, and he talks about like what he would change and things like that. That's where I really learned from. He made you drop your weight. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, like you don't really need to lift as heavy as you think you do, right? It's not necessarily the weight, it's the type of work the muscle is doing, right? The stretch and all that. It's way harder. Yeah, that too. Yeah, especially coming lower on the chest versus allowing it to just come straight down. You know, if you're thinking about it coming forward a little bit, it does require a little change in your technique for sure. Yeah, the extra pause. Yep. I hear you. Or I see you. I hear you. Yeah, I like that guy. Not just the pause, the stretch, right? Full range of motion of the muscle is what he's referring to as the stretch. It's all good stuff. I gotta tell you right now, this actually feels pretty good today. I don't really feel too much discomfort in the leg. Right now, I can't visibly see any swelling going on in the leg right now, so we're doing pretty good right now. A little extra pulling. Easiest part of the lift, so doesn't hurt. Then I tuck my elbows again to push. So good. Yeah, I hear you. I need to do 100 chest flies because they look good, but they're shitty adjustable dumbbells, so they're a pain in the ass. Yeah. I never really got into those adjustable ones. I have obviously the iron dumbbells. The thing I need to work on getting is what I don't have two of are the 240s and the 45s. I only have like 140 and 145. Now the 50s I have two of, so I'm usually pressing the 50s whenever I'm doing bench press with dumbbells. One of these days I'll get the 40s. The reason I need the 40s are because there are times where I do curls with the 40, but I have to alternate sides, which is, that's not a problem. I prefer to pull them together. That way, if I'm doing a certain number on one side and I fatigue on the other side, I want to try to keep the reps even. For the most part, I can still do it because when I do the 40s, I'm doing like 5 and 5. Chest was good. Just right there. Just realized I was in the sprint zone. It's a good thing I wasn't paying attention because always tempted to do them, and I don't need to do one right now. I do not need to do one. Just gotta keep reminding myself my purpose is right now. Back on the bike, friends, yes. First time back on. Other than those couple of e-bike rides I did, but the first official of my own accord, my own abilities, my own power, just getting in here and trying to do what the doctor ordered, which is instead of limiting me and saying, hey, I need to take it easy, and since this blood clot has made no improvement whatsoever, just get on here and let's find out what you can do, while being cautious though, right? I can't, I'm not going to go join a race right now or do 1500 watt sprints or anything like that. But I'm definitely pushing it, I'm still in zone 1. Got a good heart rate going. 150 watts, it's not too bad. I could definitely do more, but right now, I'm more concerned about getting through 90 minutes and seeing if my calf doesn't start swelling or my leg doesn't start swelling. I think more the aches and pains I feel right now are more so from just not being on here for so long. You know, my butt hurts. It's like I've got no acclimation to the saddles that I normally use all the time. They're just absolutely uncomfortable right now. And I know that's just going to take some time to get kind of back in the saddle, used to the saddle again. So I'll be outside eventually doing this, but I wanted today, for the first day back, just a really controlled environment where, you know, I can pay attention to what's going on, or, you know, in other words, I don't want to be out somewhere 30 miles away from home and my legs all of a sudden swollen and I got to call for a ride home, you know, which, you know, my wife would gladly do it, but I just don't want to be in that situation. So right here I can monitor my efforts, monitor the swelling on the leg, the calf, you know. Feels good though. I mean, I feel like I've got a good rhythm going. I got a good, I mean, I'm doing almost 90 RPM, heart rate, 125, really nice calorie burning zone. 150 watts, yeah, I'd like to put down a little bit more, but I got sweat dripping down my face. It's feeling good. I got a good rhythm. I got minor little aches, you know, just typical stuff, which, you know, it's just a reminder that the blood clot's still there. It's like, it's not much I can do about it. I can say, that hurts, let me stop. I'm like, yeah, just go. Just go. You'll know when it's bad. Oh, shoot. Accidentally closed the chat dock. Sorry, y'all. Let me. There we go. I got it back. A. Lawton, ODZ. I think the weight is definitely going to shed off now. About to get ready for the day. Just finished up the gym. All right, Renz, are you live streaming today? Are you doing your usual out and about stuff? I might do a IRL live stream later on today. We'll see how it goes. I got a lot of yard work to catch up on. I might prep the RV to get ready for the camping season this year. An auto show, nice. Gotta love that. That's some content for sure. My wife and I, we're gonna drive up at some point in time, northern New Mexico. We found 12 acres out in the mountains that we're interested in. Kind of have our private abode, you know, our private spot to drive to with the RV and just spread out camp. It's way up by the, it's out by Chalma, well, specifically Tierra Amarilla, which is up near the New Mexico-Colorado border. We're looking at a nice piece of land there. Someplace we can pull up with the trailer, let the dogs roam. 12 acres, nice forest. Okay. That's one reason why I want to get the RV ready, is just, I think we already ruled out that we may not go to Vegas. We usually go to Vegas 2 to 3 times a year, and we usually go right around our anniversary, April, May. We sometimes go midsummer, and we definitely go in the fall, like right before the temperature's about to change. And we decided this year that we're just going to do a little bit more camping trips this year. We'll probably still go towards the end of the year, but for the first trip, just gonna get the RV ready, and we're gonna just plan some of those 3-day weekend trips. Get away, and we can take the dogs. We don't have to worry about trying to get somebody to come over, feed the dogs, all that stuff. We just take them with us. Yeah, for sure. I tell you what, I know you probably got to go, Renz, but I miss my days as a tour bus driver, especially my younger days going to college out there in Chicago, because I used to ride all those western states. I took this one group of retired farmers going to Vegas Monday. Oh, nice. That sounds pretty cool. IRL Survival Challenge. That sounds fun. How come I didn't hear about this? Who's around? Yeah, I miss it. I drove when I lived in Chicago. I drove all the western states, Midwest Western, and when I drove tour buses, it's last minute. And when I drove tour buses here in the Southwest, I did all the western Southwest states. But the one trip that was my favorite, Renz, this will hit a little home with you, I'm sure. But I would take these retired farmers from Northwest Indiana, we go through Chicago, they go to the Chicago Board of Trade, where they see their crops and stuff traded. Then we head up towards Wisconsin, Waukegan area. Then we cut across Wisconsin. We hit this one little private farm where I'm driving the bus down this private road, and these people would pull out freshly made cheese from their little cottage or cellar or whatever you call it. Then we'd head up towards Minnesota, cut over, we'd go to, I forget the place where, I can't remember if it's in Wisconsin or Minnesota, but it's a place where the whole city is practically rides. I can't think of the name, but then we would cross over, head over to Minneapolis, go to the Mall of America. Then we cut down follow the river. We would hit Red Wing, Dubuque, Iowa, you know. Then they would want to stop at all these little towns where the little collectible tractors made by Ertl, they would want to stop everywhere, and they were like buying Ertl toys everywhere, you know. And then we even went, I don't remember where this was, but we would go to the Ertl toy factory where they would manufacture these things somewhere out there. But yeah, those were fun times. I was like 22 years old, driving people all around the US, you know. It was like 30 some, over 30 years ago. That's how I got fat. When I went to college out there, I just came off of racing bicycles as a junior, and I was 6'1", 165 pounds. And in a matter of a couple of years, I was like 225 pounds. And it was probably because from all those boat rides, like when we go into Dubuque, they would jump on the river there on a boat, and it was all you can eat prime rib. And those guys would cut that stuff thick. Good times. Oh, yo, I need to get out of the saddle a little bit. Yeah, so you're obviously going to live stream this event, right? I really went, so when, tell me exactly when, so I can make a mental note of when to watch. Yeah, flavorful, fatty, oh yeah. Gotta love that prime rib. Monday, okay. All right, I should be able to check it out. Because usually through my workday, I'm usually have different live streams up while I'm working. $24-hour? Oh. Damn. Give me so give me a little more insight. I realize you probably don't know everything, but when you say survival IRL, what does that mean? Dear, I didn't move your thing. I didn't move anything. Tuesday. Survival. That sounds like really, really cool. Well, guess what? So far, no significant swelling on the calf that I can tell. I still got a good 1/2 inch, 3/8 inch gap. What are you telling me to wait for? I've been on here an hour and it hasn't swelled yet. Okay. Oh, so you're surviving on what people give you to essentially live on or to make it through the street. Gotcha. Okay. Sounds interesting. There's no swelling yet. I've been on here an hour.
There could be delay. You're also, pumping blood with your movement.
Right.
That's good.
Well, last time I swelled up, it was like immediate.
Your body is already finding other channels efficiently.
Sounds pretty fun. I'll definitely be watching. Friends.
Gonna be up to 75 today.
That'd be nice. Terry B. And back. Day one. Back on it. All under my own power, no e-bike. How are you this morning? I'm not putting down the most watts, but man, I got a good pace going, and no real swelling going on right now in the leg right now. I've been monitoring. There's a gap. I have naturally large legs, like large quads, large calf muscles. So right now I got about like half-inch gap between my calf and the water bottle cage. So tells me there's no real swelling going on. Because like that one time that I was in a race many months ago, and I didn't realize I had a blood clot going on. My calf swelled up so much that every time I was coming around, it was swiping the bottle cage. And I didn't even realize. I kept feeling like, what is that? What am I feeling? And I stopped, and you see it just was so swollen. And my calf was tapping on the bottle cage. So right now though, keeping a pretty good zone and feels good. My rear is definitely not used to the saddle. That's for sure. But yeah, I tell you right now, there is no change, no improvement in the blood clot. It hasn't reduced. It's not dissolved yet. It's still all there. But the doctor said, instead of limiting you, let's get you back to where you want to be, and let's just try to figure out what you're capable of. So this is day one. We're back at it. Just going to try to do a 90-minute session of a pretty even zone 1, a little bit of zone 2. I'm going to try to get out on the bike here in the next couple of days. Not the e-bike. I mean, I'm still going to ride my e-bike, obviously, but I want to get out on a regular road bike, racing bike. Just get an idea what it's going to be like. But for now, we'll just do these Zwift sessions where I'm in a controlled environment. As I said before, I don't want to be somewhere where I'm 30 miles out, my leg's completely swollen, and I gotta call the missus to come pick me up. Yeah, it feels good. I don't know, as you can see, I'm holding a good tick, I'm holding a good 90. I've stayed in shape. Reasonably stayed in shape throughout the whole period. I was doing all the rowing in March, so kept my cardio up there. I did about 2.5 months of weightlifting, so I've got more mass. I got 10 pounds of muscle on me, which we know that's not going to help for bike racing, but I think my bike racing is over. We'll see. I don't want to call it yet, but to be realistic, it's not a good idea. I mean, I'm still on such a high dose of blood thinners, and if I went down, and scraped myself all up, it would not be a good situation. This does feel pretty good. Even though my My butt is screaming at me. Trying to find my comfort spot again. But it just feels good to hold a nice rhythm. Just feels good. Heavy locks. Oh snap, Terry watch YouTube sometimes. Yeah, I've seen Terry watching YouTube before. Oh my God.
Put some cameras on my legs.
Huh?
I need to put some cameras on my legs. My little hairy legs.
You say cameras?
Cameras.
Candles?
On your legs. Camera on your legs.
Oh, the camera.
Not attached to my legs. On. Pointed at. Directed toward. Filming banter at your legs.
All right. I have to get out of the saddle a little more, man. It's trying to get used to being back in the saddle is just. I just got a Zwift set up because winter was bumming me out, but the weather's turning a bit. Yeah, you know, even when the weather's nice, it's still heavy locks. It's still nice to, like every now and then, yeah, the weather, like right now, weather's super nice. I should be outside.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But there's so much time spent in getting ready, getting out the door, everything like blah, blah, you know, where your Zwift setup, if you keep it set up all the time, you can just quickly jump on, boom, get your hour in and 90 minutes, whatever, you know, and get on with your day. Like I got a lot of chores today, so it's the Zwift. I'd say if you can set up a permanent Zwift setup where you don't have to put a bike on, off, all that, it's nice to have. Because you know the bike that you put on your Zwift setup doesn't have to be the greatest bike. It just needs to be something that functions, right? Unless you go all out like I did and buy a watt bike. But the only reason why I bought a watt bike is because I was preparing for national championships back in, I'll show you the watt bike. You know, I bought a brand new watt bike to prepare for USA Cycling eSport National Championships, and then I suddenly discovered I had a huge blood clot, and so I had to stay off the bike for 4+ months, and this is my first ride back on the bike, back on Zwift. So I bought this thing brand new, used it 2-3 times, and I had to stop using it. So this is the first time in 4 months of using the watt bike, which, you know, I love it for the Zwift setup. Oh, come on, stop. Oh. About 10 more minutes and we'll be done. I didn't even think I was going to finish 90-minute session today. I guess I'm just that excited to be on it. And it just feels really good. And it feels really good. Sideline view. Okay, here we go. I see you're not alone. That's got out past my. Yeah, my wife is riding next to me. Here. I don't think she'll want to be on camera, but. Let's see. Trying to see what camera I can move. The only one I can move is the one in front of me. Yeah, we both ride and we race. Well, we don't really race anymore, but we've raced together. See, she's a New Mexico state champion. I'm a New Mexico state champion. Yeah, she's on Zwift right now. "24 minutes. It was really good. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I was gonna get past an hour for the first ride in, but it tells me that even though I've been off the bike for four plus months, that I've relatively maintained physical fitness, other than the saddle. Oh man, being off the saddle for so long, I can tell it's going to take a while to get used to that again. And I have a nice saddle, don't get me wrong. In fact, I use the same saddle on every one of my bikes, because it's my saddle, my fit. Still no real signs of swelling, so we're doing really good. All right, we got 3 more minutes. I'll just keep this pace all the way to the end and then do just a couple of minutes cool down, even though I'm technically in cool down mode. But like I said, I didn't set out to go fast. It was just really get in here and start figuring out what my body's going to allow me to do. Woohoo. 128, 45, about another minute to go. 90-minute session, felt easy other than the saddle. Ah. I'm just have to get on and ride. It'll eventually get comfortable again. There we go. All right. Whew. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. That's it for me. 90 minutes. Felt good. From what I can tell, really no swelling in the leg. The calf is usually the sign for me. Another? No, dude. No. No, I just got 90 minutes done. It felt good. Felt really good. Kept a good pace. Get the heart rate up there. Got some sweat going on. Again, like I said, I can't really see any evidence of swelling going on right now. Unlike that one time, if anybody was here during that race where my leg was so swollen that my calf muscle was sweeping the bottle cage every time I would go around. So right now, huh?
Did you put that on there?
Well, it's just a different camera view.
Huh?
It's just a different camera view.
No, on your butt.
I know.
It
It's
hurts
just,
so good. Did you put that on there?
oh no, that's just part of the kit.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of clever.
It says it hurts so
Yeah,
good.
that's right. Yeah, I can see it from here. I just
Not
wondering.
hurts, heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you put that on there.
No, I just put that kit on. I didn't realize it said that. All right, everyone, I'm gonna go. I gotta get busy, busy work, busy day out in the yard. So we will see y'all YouTube. I'm gonna shut you down first. Thanks for everyone watching. Terry B, I don't know if you're still there. Heavy Locks, thanks for stopping in. We'll see you on YouTube. Take it easy, y'all. Let me see if I can figure out how to shut y'all down.